The smiley face that's just there. I won 23 years ago when I first became financial controller for Kia Cars when I joined MCL Group. Every year for the Christmas party, they used to do special awards for the staff each year. And one of the awards was who smiled the most during the year. And by all accounts, it was quite unanimous that I won it because I smiled the most. And it was really just and just amazing that you walk around and smile at people and talk to them. That it actually gets you that amount of recognition. Yes, and now it's a money box full of the kids' coins, which I think is when Daddy does something silly. So it's definitely got its uses. Kia Cars, I went as financial controller, and it was small business restarting, really new MD, which is why I was employed. But the role was very much a finance role when I started. I was actually on my way out of the door to get a new job when the Korean economy crashed in '98, and the then commercial director who employed me left. So Mark Quinn, who was then the MD, tapped me on the shoulder and said, do you want to come and help me restart this when the Asian economy re-kicks in? Kia was then bought by Hyundai Group, and I stepped into a role that was effectively my first really senior finance role, where I was literally a 30-year-old amongst a lot of very, very experienced senior motor industry professionals. And I operated as effectively the FD, involved in all the negotiations with the manufacturer. I managed a lot of the relationships with the Japanese shareholder, especially around financial communications and ensuring they always understood what was going on. And also conduit for a lot of the decisions that we were making internally around launching new products, launching sales campaigns. So much more of a commercial role than a financial role, which I really worked on through my people skills to build the kind of relationships that meant whilst the finance team was in the centre, from a finance perspective within the business, it was part of the DNA of each of the departments. Laterally in my time there, 2001, I was doing a lot of travelling into Asia and in Europe. I was the only member of the management team that was involved in the potential acquisition of Kia Cars by a third party, and was the only one in the senior leadership team outside the MD who was involved in the conversations with the Japanese shareholder and the Korean manufacturer around what it would look like potentially moving forwards, to the point that in one board meeting, Peter Varney, who was the group's finance director, was asked, do you want to be involved in any of the negotiations and any of the conversations around what's happening with the product? To which his response was, well, if Raymond's involved, then I don't need to be involved. I'm quite comfortable. So it was for a 30-something early stage career, it was really, really intense, really, really exciting. And I would say it's probably still the best role that I've had in my career. So now I work with business owners to build sustainable businesses with their families, for them to have the fulfilment that they desire on their own terms. So I'm part finance director using my previous skills, but also I'm part coach, but much more in terms of partnering with business owners to actually create that communication between themselves and their families, to build the kind of business that really they want, starting from a family perspective. What does the family want? What's the personal ambitions? And bringing the business into the family in a way that works. And an expression of that is the body rejects what it doesn't want. What we don't want is we do want to bring the business into the family in a way that the family and the business can cohabit, rather than bringing the business into the family in a way that causes disruption. And that's best done through working together as husband and wife, and communication around what's happening in the business and personally, and creating a connected model that flows from end to end, that ultimately, as I say, builds a sustainable business, enables the family to have the life of fulfilment that they so desire. Well, I think one of the bits about the way I work is that really bringing family and business together. And I think especially when it comes to the communication between partners, and how challenging it can be when, as a business owner, you have so much emotion and intention and desire to build something of value that you don't lose track of what matters most. So bringing personal and business together is exceptionally, it's an emotional journey as well as it is a practical journey. And so much around what you can experience is about the business first, and it's not. It's about us as individuals, you as a business owner, us as family first, and bringing the business in. So you get the personal skills of the interpersonal skills and the care first, and then you have the skills of someone who's built businesses in the past to actually enable you to actually build the business that will be sustainable for you and your family.